Okay, here we have Clinton coming all the way from Australia. His girlfriend was kind enough to give him pose running lessons as I guess as a birthday gift. So we're here in Central Park on a beautiful cold December morning, and we're checking out Clinton's running style before any pose instruction. He's wearing minimalist shoes. I believe they're the Merrell Barefoot shoes. And so, according to most people, without big cushy heels, you should be able to run pretty pain-free, and it's great. And minimalist shoes are a panacea. But let's check out Clinton's running style in his Merrells without any instruction. Here we go. Just go through it once, normal pace, normal speed. So if you listen, you can hear his feet clomping along, and let's check it out in slow-mo. This is what it's all about. So if you're running barefoot, you shouldn't be landing on your heels, right? Let's check out what's going on. Ooh, look at that straight. Look at this straight extended leg. His heel's about to hit the ground. That shock is going to go right to his knee, right to his hips, his lower back. He's going to be in pain after a few miles. He already has bad knees. He was telling me a couple knee surgeries on his knees, and he's looking to run faster, more efficiently, and pain-free. So he thought he'd go with the minimalist shoe route. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's changed his stride at all. Boom, foot slams into that ground. His body weight is well behind the ball of the foot where we want to be. And he's just clomping along. Look at that knee just bending right there. It looks like it's hurting. And now he's in good pose form. All right, this looks good. Every runner goes through pose. But let's see what he does in his next stride. Bouncing up and down. Also, if you can watch it, his head goes up and down. Let's rewind it a tiny bit. But you'll see a big bob, some vertical oscillation. You don't want to see that. You want to be running forward, right, from A to B. You don't want to be running up here, up here, up here. You know, you want to be running in a straight line. So again, straight leg, landing on the heel. Landing on a heel without much cushion is going to hurt a lot more. So luckily he is here to learn. And again, we're back in perfect pose form. Back is nice and flat. It's leaning from the ankle, but it's all about what you do next. That's going to dictate if you're going to have a painful stride or not. Again, just looking at this kind of makes my knees cringe. So now, after about an hour and a half of instruction or so, he is going to be running at a normal pace. Let's just watch it in normal speed. What you'll notice, feet were a lot softer, a lot quicker strides, smaller steps, and he was going pretty fast. It's pretty efficient way to run. Let's speed it up here a little bit. Slow it down. Alright, so let's start right about here. First thing you notice, his feet aren't going, he's not vertically oscillating. His head is pretty level. Let's check out his head. It's pretty level, right? He's not bobbing up and down like he was before. Also, let's look. Is he landing on his heel again? No, he's not landing on his heel. Alright, let's check it. Let's start it from pose right in front of us. Look at this landing. Much, much, much better. Alright, so he's in pose position right now. Everybody goes through pose. Back is flat, chest is up. His arms aren't flying around. They're nice and even. Head is looking forward. Look at the eyes are looking forward. So what we want to see next is him pulling that left foot up directly underneath his bum, under his general center of mass, right? And we want to see him falling, leaning from the ankle. He's not leaning from the torso. As you can see, his back is nice and it's pretty flat. He's leaning from that ankle. So he's going to be pulling that left foot up directly underneath his hip. A little bit of a late pull because as you can see, he's almost about to land. So now he has weight bearing on that right foot. His left leg is starting to come forward, which we want to see. We want to see that come a little bit earlier. I'm just going to back it up a couple. What you don't want to see is this back left leg lagging on the ground with those toes still on the ground. He wants to pull that up a lot faster. Alright? So let's see what happens. So boom, we got some weight bearing. The leg is coming forward. And now he's almost in pose. Another press of the button. Boom, he's back in half press of the button is back in pose. But you can see, let's just play it again from the get-go. You can see what he's doing. He's going a lot faster, but he's doing it with a lot less effort, and it looks pretty good. Now let's go check it out running really fast. This is a pretty fast pace for him, basically almost a sprint, a little slower than a sprint. Let's check it out. We'll just do it normal speed. Arms aren't flying back and forth. He's cruising. He's fast. And again, let's play it again. Can you hear his feet clomping? Listen up close. You can a little bit. That time you could a little bit. Admittedly, he said he had he could hear it too, but it definitely wasn't as bad as that first time around. So let's analyze it real quick in slow-mo. So here he goes. Let's start off in pose. So boom, he's in pose position, right? His foot is underneath his bum, underneath his general center of mass, which is his hips. He wants to bring this left foot up directly under his hips. You can see his head, his eyes are all level. He's looking in the direction of that arrow over there. It's looking good. This foot has to be picked up real quick, and his legs extended. You want to see that knee bending, coming forward even faster, but he still hasn't had any. He's not in the ground yet. He's both feet are in the air, and his foot is still in the air, but this leg is starting to come forward now. That's great. He hasn't landed yet, which is what you want. Boom. So he's got some weight on the foot. I don't think he's fully weighted on here, but his foot is already starting to come forward, and I guarantee you the next frame when I press the arrow again, this foot will be underneath his bum. His GCM, his general center mass, will be above the ball of the foot, and he will be back in pose. Almost in pose. About half of a frame, one more press of the button, half a press of the button, and he'll be there. But you can see, you want this GCM, his hips, above this ball of the foot, back into pose position as quickly as possible. So it's about 1.5 frames out of pose. Really good, huge improvement. We'll see it again. You don't see that straight leg slamming with the heel slamming down to the ground, right? Watch what his foot does. Next frame, boom, he lands on the ball of his foot. It looks like his heel's touching, but there's no weight on that heel. The weight should be on the ball of the foot, right? And this leg is already coming forward. And boom, he's about a half frame out of pose from right here. But again, his back's nice and flat. He's looking forward. His head's not bobbing. Let's just rewind it a tiny bit and watch his head. I mean, is it bobbing up and down like it was in the first? No, it looks fast. It looks level. Again, let's go back to that painful first run that he had right here. Let's check it out from the beginning. Look at this improvement. This was in his first run before the instruction. Just taking his time, bobbing, slamming his feet down on the ground. Let's see it one more time so he won't make this mistake again. Oh, boom, all that weight. Look at this knee. Look at that knee taking all the impact. This is why runners have bad knees, minimalist shoes or not. It's all about knowing how to run. Again, straight leg right there. This is going to hurt. Boom, slams down. His toes are the last thing to hit the ground. It's going to hurt. Clinton, it was very great meeting you. You had huge improvement. Please keep it up. Keep up the drilling. And if anybody else has any questions, feel free to email me, Benny at barefootbenny.com. Take care, guys.